My mother had a talent for using disappointment the way other parents use love. She sighed when introducing me to people, hung up the phone mid-conversation if I wasn't saying something impressive, and filled her home with pictures of my perfect cousin Sarah, the standard I was never allowed to reach. Even her compliments came laced with venom. Wow, you actually look nice today. Shockingly. It started early. When I brought home a report card full of A's with 1 B+, she stormed into school demanding they remove me from advanced classes. Obviously too much for her. A month later, I placed second in the science fair, and she proudly told the winner's mom, loud enough for everyone. My daughter must have cheated and still couldn't win. When I got accepted into my dream college, she tried calling admissions to decline my acceptance because a state school would be more appropriate for someone of her abilities. She mocked my boyfriend too, saying he must enjoy charity work if he was dating me. When I bought my first house, she posted photos online pointing out every flaw. Finally, a home that matches her level. And if I ever tried confronting her, she'd immediately call relatives saying, I'm worried about her mental state. She accuses me of terrible things while I'm only trying to help. The breaking point came last winter when my appendix ruptured. Terrified, crying, and waiting for emergency surgery, I called her. She sighed and said, I'm not coming. Do you even realize how disappointing it is that my child can't even stay healthy? Sarah's mother never deals with hospitals. Then she hung up. Minutes later, she posted on Facebook. Some days, I wish I could just start over without a child who constantly disappoints me. My friends were sending screenshots while I was being wheeled into surgery. Something inside me snapped. She wanted to act like she didn't have a daughter? Fine. I'd give her exactly that. First, I changed my voicemail. You've reached the memorial line for Helen's daughter. Please leave condolences. Then I sent funeral flowers to her house. She called me 37 times. I ignored all of them. Next came sympathy cards to relatives. Thinking of you in this difficult time. Signed, a caring friend. Her church friends would run into me at the store, and I'd say gently, we're planning a small memorial. Since Helen publicly said she might as well not have a child, I want to respect her wishes. Word spread like wildfire. The Masterpiece was scheduling the memorial service the same day as her Mother's Day charity luncheon. I rented a community center directly across the street, hung a giant sign, memorial service for Helen's child, and sent out invitations that included a screenshot of her post. The turnout was incredible, far bigger than her luncheon. Even Sarah came. Women from her event kept peeking out the windows at the crowd entering mine. Mom finally stormed in, furious. This is ridiculous. You're alive. Stop this. I stood at the podium and said calmly, I'm just honoring what you wrote. You said you might as well not have a child. She left crying. Within a week, her charity group asked her to step down. Her Facebook comments were full of people calling her a horrible mother. Even her church circle stopped inviting her. Worst of all, she couldn't play the victim without admitting why her daughter held a memorial for herself. She had trapped herself completely. 6 months later, she still tells people I'm dramatic. But she stopped posting about her disappointing daughter, stopped comparing me to Sarah, and even wrote a long letter begging for forgiveness and asking me to restore her reputation. I burned it.